these final days of the 2016 campaign, the media have been awash in leaks about James Comey launching new FBI inquiries into Hillary Clinton. Joining us now to look at the coverage, Ed Henry, Fox's chief national correspondent. So, Bret Baier and Fox reported, based on sources, that a separate FBI probe of the Clinton Foundation has been going on for more than a year, is very high priority, many interviews being aggressively pursued. NBC's Pete Williams says few want to call it an investigation. That's a term of art at the FBI. There was an initial inquiry opened a couple of months ago based largely on media reports and the book Clinton Cash. So is this becoming a battle of leaks? It is a battle of leaks, and we can get to the substance of the allegations in a minute. But first, I spoke to a senior FBI source who said Bret and others were right that there was this big meeting at the beginning of this year, FBI and the Obama Justice Department, where some of these FBI agents presented some serious allegations against the Clinton Foundation, wrongdoing, financial issues, and they got pushback, not just from the Obama Justice Department. Some people assume, well, that's just politics. They don't want it to come out in an election year. But I'm told some of the FBI superiors as well said, wait a second, it's not quite there. And by the way, that's not that unusual. This happens with FBI investigations on any number of issues. Agents present evidence, they present facts, they present hearsay, they present everything, and then people above them have to make decisions. By the way, Howie, that's what we do in newsrooms as well. You say, I want that story on the front page tomorrow. And I'm your editor, and I say, Ed, you haven't got it. Go back and do some more reporting. That's not unusual in criminal investigation. What is unusual is the way in which this is all leaked out, because this stuff is usually so closely held. I want to come back to that, but let me mention that Bret Baier clarified his report on Friday, saying his sources are now not certain that Hillary Clinton's server, the personal server, was hacked by, foreign intelligence agents. And he addressed a subsequent interview after his report in which he had said yes, was asked about whether the investigations would continue after the election. He said, yes, our sources said it would, that they would continue to, likely an indictment. That was a mistake, Bret Baier said. He was sorry. He should have said they'll continue to build their case, and that was the right thing to do to clarify. But on this question of it's all playing out in public, I mean, the Wall Street Journal was the first to get at this, Ed, saying that FBI agents were pursuing this, were kind of hot on this story. But senior Justice Department and FBI officials didn't think they had much evidence. And they asked the agents to stand down, but some of them kept going. So it sounds like somewhere between an important investigation that is being poo-pooed or some rogue agents that don't want to give up. Here's what I took away from the reporting of the Wall Street Journal and Bret, and to focus on what Bret got right, which is that there's not just one investigation, there's a second track here. Everyone assumed, look, this was just an investigation of classified information. And by the way, let's not forget, Hillary Clinton lied about that in March of 2015. She said there was no classified information on the server. Proven again and again that's not true. She wasn't indicted over that, but she told a lie. Second track now that Bret was reporting on is that the FBI has been looking at the Clinton Foundation. And as I've been investigating this whole WikiLeaks situation over the last couple of weeks, is there a quid pro quo? We're not sure, but there's an awful lot of quid here. $12 million that we first broke on Bret's show from the King of Morocco going into the Clinton Foundation. Do you think they didn't want anything out of the Clinton State Department? Do you think they won't seek favors from a potential President Clinton? For $12 million? $12 million. That's kind of a lot of money. And so this is fruitful stuff to investigate. And by the way, Anthony Weiner's laptop, which goes back to the first track on was there classified information or not. Secondly, Huma Abedin was being paid by the State Department and the Clinton Foundation. So that laptop, by the way, Howie, might have information that these FBI agents Bret was talking about might be kind of interested in terms of whether, I'm not saying there was there a nexus there with these donors giving millions to the foundation who might have got something from the Clinton State Department. That's a big question. I mean, the lead of Bret Baier's story was that there was an FBI investigation into the Clinton Foundation, and Fox stands by that. Absolutely. There is now this debate about, well, is it an investigation? Is it an inquiry? How far has it gotten? And Rudy Giuliani took some heat because he indicated in one Fox interview that he knew about the Comey letter. This is on the other investigation, the one that's been publicly acknowledged on the emails in advance. And then he kind of backtracked to say, well, he'd only talked to former FBI agents who obviously may be a conduit to current FBI agents. I used to cover the Justice Department. This is extraordinarily hard stuff to get, and as a reporter you always like getting the inside scoop, but at the same time law enforcement people are not supposed to be talking to reporters about ongoing criminal probes. And so why are these coming? Is there politics involved? I mean, look, Rudy Giuliani shouldn't have gotten a heads up on that. If he did, I don't really know. He's a big Trump supporter. But at the end of the day, that's a distraction and doesn't get to the main point of what Bret's getting at and what the Wall Street Journal was getting at, which is that let's follow the facts. And that's something for Hillary Clinton. The major point of all of this that's come out in the last few days is that the FBI probe of Hillary Clinton is not over. Win or lose, she's going to have big questions coming, especially if she wins.
she's going to be dealing with James Comey as her FBI director. This is somebody who was nominated by President Clinton. As you know, they have 10-year terms.
Yeah.
So whether it's Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton,
right,
James Comey's still there. This is not going away.
Right. I mean, we're not going to find out much more before Tuesday and Election Day, but this is not going away. Seems a safe assumption to make. Ed Henry, great to see you.
That's what I'm sticking to, the facts.
Thanks very much, Ed.